Every day, the woman rubbed garlic on her hands and, gritting her teeth against the intense pain, dipped her fingers into hot oil to fry them. Once both sides turned golden, she would wrap them in gauze. However, after days of this grueling process, her fingers didn't become smooth and delicate as she hoped. Instead, they grew even rougher. Hearing her sister's cries, the younger woman rushed over to comfort her. But then, she suddenly noticed that her sister's fingers had become unusually soft and delicate. Without thinking, the older woman quickly pushed her sister's hand through a door crack. When the king outside saw the delicate fingers, he immediately assumed that a beautiful young woman must be inside. He even promised that he would marry her the next morning. What the king didn't know was that both women were over 80 years old. However, in hopes of living a wealthy life, the older sister decided to keep deceiving the king. Every day, she disguised her voice to sound like a young girl's to trick the king into giving her riches. Soon, the day arrived when she had to meet the king. With no other option, the older sister had her younger sister use glue to smooth her wrinkled skin. Under the cover of night, she secretly climbed into the king's bed. At the same time, the king ordered the guards to extinguish the candles. The two spent the night together. But the next morning, when the king woke up, he was horrified to find that the person lying in bed was an 80-year-old woman. Shocked, the king ordered the guards to throw her off a cliff as punishment. Strangely enough, the old woman didn't die from the fall. Instead, she miraculously transformed overnight into a young, beautiful woman with fair skin. The king, meanwhile, was out hunting in the forest, and when he saw her, he was immediately enchanted. Little did he know, the beautiful woman was the same old woman he had thrown off the cliff. Back at the palace, the king crowned her as queen and threw a grand wedding. But the old woman didn't forget about her sister. She ordered the guards to send her sister a new dress and an invitation. When the younger sister saw her sister, she was stunned. She kept asking how her sister had become so young, but the older woman had no idea how it happened. With the king about to arrive, the older sister, growing impatient, casually said she had peeled off a layer of skin. She thought this would convince her sister to give up on trying to follow her. But to her surprise, the younger sister believed her. The younger sister found an executioner on the road, and offering pearls as payment, asked her to help peel her skin. Before long, the executioner arrived with a carriage to take her into the forest, and in the next moment, something terrible happened.